good.
Maybe I need a brighter light or something. I
Always put
don't
a lamp or
know.
something in there.
Yeah, I do have them, but I have those lamps that the lights that Ingrid gave me that get rid of your wrinkles, and they're just like white lights or something. They blind me.
Well, that's not good. All right,
No.
everybody, we are live. Welcome to the Otter's Den, cool and groovy things with Keith and Joni. She's over there. Not over there. She's over there.
You're there. What's happening?
I tell you what. Hey, Renee, how you doing? I'm gonna get this
It's
shared out real quick while I'm talking. If these pages ever load. This weekend, man, I tell you what. I don't know if anybody else had any issues this weekend, but it was a little rough. Uh, Lot of things going through up here and from here, and I really had to sit down. Hey, Jolene, and do some shadow work. I mean, I had to. I finally I've kept things for decades, since my kids were babies, since they were born, since before that, and it's just been sitting in totes and boxes, just sitting there, moving from house to house to house, just sitting there. So I finally started going through it the other night. It got a little rough, but I needed to see a few things. 'Cause I'm a different person than I was back then now. And I'm seeing things differently. I'm understanding things differently. And things I thought were other people's fault, guess what? Not so much.
your
It's
fault,
on it's
man.
on me. It was on me. Sometimes not totally what have you, but anyway, I shared a lot more of the blame than I gave credit for back then. I was putting that blame somewhere else.
Doesn't that suck?
No,
That's. I mean, it's
it.
good, but it's like, wow, I did that. I acted like that. Oh my
Yep,
God, no wonder they did this or that.
absolutely, absolutely. And I'm seeing now that I've gotten through everything. I don't need that stuff anymore. All my kids' homework, I'm gonna do like my mom did. I'm gonna give it to my kids, let them go through it, let them take the memories out that they do. If they want to talk to me about anything, from back then, let's sit down and have a talk. Um, Learned some lessons since then. So it was a rough weekend, and not just in that aspect, but a lot of other things. Look, boy, you need to look at this. Here you go. You've come this far. We're going to get you a little further. Here's another lesson for you. Here's another one. Here's another one. And all this time, I mean, Sunday I kind of had to just shut down social media. I put out a post like, look, if y'all message me, I'll get back to you eventually, but I got to take a day. I got things to do. I'm trying to get this car done out in the garage. While going through all this, nothing's gone right on this car from the get go. Imagine that. But Sunday, I find, once I started working through this stuff Friday and Saturday nights, things started working, and I worked through more stuff Saturday night. I sat on the couch from 7 to 10 with my coffee, just thinking. A few more things made sense. I went out in the garage, and guess what? It took a while, but I got that car done.
You
Um,
did? You got
I
it
did.
done?
Yes. So it's like, I was projecting my own issues onto that vehicle.
The poor car.
You think? You think? It was just I'm almost speechless. It was such an amazing weekend, growth wise, but it was very rough to get through. Today, good mood today, good energy. Uh, I'm in a good mood.
It's a
Um,
shedding.
I'm
It's a
almost,
shedding.
yeah. It's like a lot's been lifted off. A lot's been removed. When things get removed, guess what? It gives room for more to come in. So I'm feeling more lessons coming on. That's okay. Let's get it done. Let's get this done.
Lots of lesson time. Lots of lessons this year. Um, and I mean, it's one right after the other. It's like you get beaten down. I mean, not beaten down. That's not a good word. But I think with the realization comes in and you hold yourself accountable for your actions, that releases karma.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up. Full moon on Halloween, 31st. It's a blue moon. This is also known as a quarter moon, where karmic debts are repaid. If somebody owes you some karma, if you owe somebody some karma, if the universe owes you some karma, or you owe the universe karma, guess what? Time's up. So you may be having a rough time between now and then. You may have a very nice time between now and then. It all depends on what you've done in your past. I've done a lot of nasty shit in my past, but I've made up for a lot of it. So we'll see. I'll probably be medium. Good days, bad days. We'll see what happens. Let's get this done. Let's get it over with, you know?
Well, I think acknowledging it, if you have to apologize for somebody for something that you did, even if it was 20 years ago, do it.
Yep.
I,
Get her
I mean,
done.
get rid of it. Release
Yep.
it. Full
Yep.
moons are releasing too. This is a fun October full moon. It's power packed with your anus, Uranus. Uranus is dead smack dancing with this moon. Yeah. People will be outside dancing naked. I guarantee it.
Around a fire in their backyard and out in the country. It's going to happen. This one won't be.
It's crazy.
This one won't be.
Now, I'm
I
doing.
gotta play security down at the bar, local bar that night. So that should be interesting. And that's
That'll
probably
be
going to be about the
fun.
last year I do it. I'm getting too old and too beat up for to be doing that.
Oh, it's gonna be a crazy night for
Yeah.
a bar security.
All right. Good job, Renee. Renee says she got her list of forgiveness ready. That's awesome.
That's
That's awesome.
fantastic. It's a great full moon. But you know what? I found out something when I was looking at this. Uranus is in Taurus, which is money and possessions. This full moon will unearth, guess what? Money laundering.
As in
I don't
governmental.
make enough money. Yes. I
Imagine
don't make
that.
enough money to launder it.
I washed a five or a 10 a time or two in the washing machine, but that's as close as I can get it to
Yes.
money laundering.
That's as close as I get is when I find a 20.
Yep.
That's this is a very funny moon. It's in 8 degrees in Taurus. It aspects Uranus. Everything is in 8. Your number is 8 on Saturday, by the way.
My number is 8.
Yes, everything is in 8 degrees for this full moon.
Ah, 8.
8
Infinity.
coming around. Um, of course, we've got Mercury going retro. The sun is opposing Uranus also on Saturday. So there is a lot of electricity going on this full
Yeah.
moon.
And the moon is in a certain spot too. And I can't remember exactly where, but it's going to come into play as well, I believe.
I'm gonna hide from it.
Tonight, coming home from work, in fact, I posted pictures. I had to pull over so I could get a picture of the moon, but I'm driving south on 77. Um, I look up, and, oh, wow, there's the moon. I look over, there's the sun. I'm smack dab in between the sun and the moon. I was wondering why I was feeling kind of funky. I was feeling good. I was feeling at peace. Like, why is that? So I got
You
to
can
look
also see
around.
Mars.
Yeah.
You can see
And
Mars.
so I took a picture of the sun. I took a picture of the moon and I posted it. And I mean, it was just nice driving between them. I had one here, and I'm going right down the center, you know, and it was kind of cool. It's like the universe saying, hey, I got you. You did good this weekend. I got your back, you know? I got you left, I got you right.
The universe always has us.
Yes, yes, it does.
It always has us. This is a good weekend to do a lot of work. Put your crystals out. Make moon water. Moon water is very good to clean your floors with. It's good to do spiritual baths with. You just get a little jar, put it outside. Voila, you have moon water.
Absolutely.
It, it's a very powerful moon. Be careful in this moon. Um, it's energy packed. It's unexpected. Plans could get a little bit unexpectedly moved or whatever. Just roll with it. It's an electrical moon. Um,
Yes.
Very electrical. A fun full moon though. Enjoy it. We need to enjoy more. We're not enjoying enough. Um,
No,
Now
we're
this
not.
we're not. We're not having fun.
Most full moons, new moons this year, I've gotten the work done, but I've been rushed. I didn't have a whole lot of time to sit down and really put my full intention into it. There was always something else going on where I had to, take care of this and this and this. And then later after I got that, my stuff done, I had to, go take care of this and this. Um, Saturday, I'm going to do all of my stuff Saturday afternoon. I know it's a little early, still going to be okay. That way I got plenty of time, relax, sit down, figure out, what I need to do, what I need to say, and do my best not to cause any damage at the bar.
No, don't cause damage at the bar. Be the peacemaker.
Well, normally I bounced the bar for a lot of years. Strip club in Beatrice called the Wall. And normally what I found was just little old 5'6", 120-pound me going up a couple, big ass bikers. Generally, if you throw enough attitude out, guess what? They second guess what they're doing and what they're thinking about doing, and they do what they're supposed to. So attitude has a lot to do with bouncing a bar. It's like they said in Roadhouse. When do I know when it's not time to be nice? I'll tell you when it's not time not to be nice. Um, so it's all in how you handle the situation. Granted, there are some people that get so drunk, no matter what you say, do, it ain't gonna make a bit of difference. That's when you just open the door and go, see ya, call the cops.
Well, in this year, you got to give people a break too. It's been a rough year for a lot of people.
Yep. Hey, Michelle.
We're almost there. December 21st. We are rounding the corner. We're almost there.
Yes, we are. We're halfway through Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. And then it's going to be transitioning into Libra, correct?
Correct. It'll run back into Libra, and that's when Libra says we need justice. We need
Balance.
balance, but the full moon is fun. It's going to be fun with Halloween. Like I said, sit back and enjoy it. It's in Taurus, which is good because Taurus is a earth sign. It's
Yeah,
grounding. Um, the Uranus will add a little bit of fun for it. We need fun. Shocking.
absolutely we do.
Be prepared to
Absolutely.
be shocked.
Another thing I've been looking at is psychic medium Kelly Miller. I follow her. She's really good on this stuff. She puts out like a little energy report all every day, and usually she's right on the money. Even if I don't read it all day and I don't get it till night, I look at it and what happened to the day. Boom, there it is. Um, and I notice this too myself today. The energy it's kind of like starting to flip flop, like the poles are shifting. Like a lake rolls in the spring. The bottom water it rolls becomes the top water, and all that nasty stuff comes up, and then it settles back down. So everything gets churned up. but then it settles back down and it's cleaner. So the energy is going to be doing a flip flop. Like you said, expect the unexpected. She said the same thing.
Did she?
This is one of the ways the universe is going to clear away some karmic attachments, the people, the jobs, whatever, doesn't belong in your life anymore. And I've mentioned this was coming and happening. Well, here we go. It's just to clear that stuff away that no longer, shares your divine path. There's other people, other jobs, other whatever out there that is going to assist you more on your divine path. So the universe is going to be doing you a favor. It might not feel like it at the time. It might be rough. It might be hard. It might be sad. But whatever's holding you back, the universe is going to try and say, hey, okay, look, we heard what this person was saying that you didn't. So we're just going to pick this person up and we're going to take them over here and we're going to put them over here in this little box where they can't get back to you anymore. We're going to do you a favor. Oh, that car. No, that car doesn't suit you. No, you need this car over here. Once you get that car, your attitude's going to change. You're going to be happy. Then you're going to get that job you want because your attitude changed. That's how it's going to work. But that car, that the brake's going to go out, the transmission's going to go out. This, that, it's going to cost so much money to get it fixed. It's almost the same to go get a different car. So
Spirit will bring it. Ask Spirit to bring it.
Absolutely. That's what the full moon's for. Put your intentions out. What you want. You want a different job? One that serves you better, that's going to serve your path better? Ask for it. Do you want drama out of your life? Say you got 200 friends you hang out with all the time, and it's drama, 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 drama. You want to get rid of it? Put your attention out on the full moon. Guess what? I bet a lot of those people disappear for some reason or another. Like I said, it might not be easy at first, but once that happens over time and your feelings level out, that's the world lifting off your shoulders.
Well, and I think when you go through spiritual transformation, people leave. It's a lonely time. I call it leveling up. You level up into different levels of spirituality, and then those people that came in as quickly as they come in, they can leave. And
Yeah,
that's where your faith comes in, and you have to have faith in spirit that spirit knows what what you need in your life and what's coming. That's where
absolutely.
faith.
A lot of people come in your life, soulmates, this person, that person, what have you. They've either come into your life to teach you something, or you're supposed to teach them something. Sometimes it's very quick. Sometimes it's years. Sometimes it's decades. Sometimes it's forever. But sometimes it's not. So we got to keep that into consideration. You got to look at this person that's causing you issues right now. Okay, is this person somebody that's supposed to still be in my life, or is this my lesson? What's my lesson here? Or am I supposed to teach that person a lesson? Analyze the situation, and not just from, okay, that person's being an asshole. No, analyze why. Did you do something that pissed them off? Did they do something that pissed you off? Was it petty? Was it big? What was it? Figure it out.
And
The answer
don't
is going to come.
allow it. Don't allow it. Don't
Boundaries.
allow the drama in. Boundaries are
Boundaries.
huge. That's right. I mean, you don't want to get to the point of lowering your vibrational level to argue and to fight and get down to a point where ego is down there, jealousy is there, fighting rise above it, and don't allow
Absolutely.
somebody to pull you down there. Don't
Yeah.
allow it.
If they're trying to drag you down, if you got to walk away from them, walk away from them. You don't have to give them an answer as to why you're walking away from them. It's your reason. They're taking
Right.
your peace. There's your reason. You don't have to tell them that. You're chatting with somebody on Messenger. They're starting to drag you down. Guess what? I gotta go. Well, why? I just gotta go. And then boom, done. Bye. Phone call, same way. I gotta go. Something came up. Bye.
What, when I first started doing shows, and on the average, we would do, like, I know one show I did about 40 readings, and I came out of there, my energy level was high. Another show, before I learned how to protect my energy, protect myself, I would be drained and exhausted. And that's what can happen in an office. It can happen in retail. Don't allow people to be vampires. They will suck, especially like during this full moon or retrograde. Don't allow them to get on your energy.
Yeah.
Um, Everybody has eggs in their refrigerator. Take an egg when you get home. And you stand like with your back to the woods, run the egg over your head, a real egg. Run it up and down your arm, and then throw it behind your head. That will get rid of a lot of bad energy. Now, that goes back centuries.
Yeah. Yep. Egg
Eggs.
cleansing.
Did I
But
do that?
ask spirit to help with that. Put the intention out there. Imagine the negativity that you've taken on during that day going into that egg. You have bad shoulder. Really hit it there. It can help with that. That can be the tension from all that extra energy that you took on that you didn't need to or couldn't help but take on. There are certain situations where you can't get out of it and they're just spewing it all out on you. In those situations, I throw up an energy shield around me and I put a little mirror on it so it bounces back at them. And pretty soon they're like, I gotta go. Okay, see you.
They're exhausted because the energy's bouncing back and hitting them. Put the mirror up.
Yeah,
It's a
they're
great
seeing.
trick.
They're not seeing what's inside me. They're seeing what's inside them. That's what they're feeling, and they don't like it.
No.
They don't like it.
I don't like, there's a lot of negativity now, a lot of lower level energy. You rise above it. It's easy to do. Music, prayer. Up your prayer life between now and December 21st. Just sit down and read a couple Bible verses, anything that, a book, inspirational books, divination. This full moon is a wonderful, wonderful, and the veil is very thin right now to get over to the spiritual side. Paper thin.
Yeah, and the 31st, the full moon is when it's going to be the thinnest.
Yeah.
So watch yourself. Keep tabs on yourself. Um, Catch yourself. If you start going off, catch yourself. Say, okay, look, I need to take a walk. I need to take a breather. Calm
If
yourself back down. Regain your energy. Somebody won't leave you alone. Get the out of my face while I get my energy straight.
and if you're doing divination between now and then, make sure close it out properly. Use a white light to protect yourself with divination. A lot of people go out and play with magic. They get dressed up. I'm not blaming anybody. A lot of things can get unleashed during this time of the year. Watch the portals. Close out your divination properly. Use holy water, Florida water, moon water.
Glasses. I need the glasses. But yes, on what you said. My
take
God, they keep doing this.
take spiritual showers. Take your
Salt bath.
moon water, salt baths especially. Spray your space. Sage Saturday. Declutter like we would a normal full moon. This is a fun one though. I love unexpected.
Yeah, that's one thing I started. Like I said, started doing over the weekend, decluttering. I got rid of a couple things out in my garage, and for me, a couple things may not sound like such a big deal. For me, that is monumental. I saved everything from way back then. I got rid of it. I'm proud of myself. I threw away a chair. I'm proud of myself. I didn't need it. It was in the way. I threw it away. Half of what I saved, old receipts. Like I have no idea why I saved that. I know it meant something back then. No clue. Okay, birthday cards. Okay, looked at them again. Okay. Um, just I saved so much stuff. It's going. Like I said, I'm saving the important stuff for the kids. Wedding stuff. Hey, X, this is what I found. You want it? If not, it's going. Okay, later. Um, I don't need it anymore. That part of my life is over. Maybe that's some of the stuff that's still holding me back from moving on to where I need. I holding me back from what's coming, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. I think bless those memories, bless what it taught you. Um, don't be upset over that. Bless it, release it, and then throw it in the garbage, or like you say, give it to somebody.
Yeah.
Full moons are an ending. It's time to end. There is a wonderful new moon coming in November. It's got Jupiter aspects. Very lucky
Yep.
with the new moon in November. There's going to be a time for a lot of new beginnings coming up, new attitudes, new, just bust it out, get ready for December. I'm not going to listen to the gloom and doom. You cannot allow fear and gloom and doom in your life.
No. No. And even with the politics, I mean, that's all important right now. It really is. Um, but if it's something that you can't handle right now,
Yeah.
don't watch it. Don't listen to it. Don't read it. Find something else. Um, there's days where there is so much doom and gloom. I got to stay away from it. And once this election's over, we're going to be setting pretty.
Well,
But
I think it's about respect too, Keith. I think it's like I respect your opinion. I will extend that respect. Respect mine, and there's no respect anymore.
no,
And I think we have to do that to one another and be kind. And if I show respect, maybe somebody will show it back.
right.
I really can't look at any more naked pictures of Hunter Biden. I got so many this weekend.
Stop sending me this stuff.
People are
Stop it.
sending me the naked pictures. I can't. Maybe they
Yeah, and then
think
you
I need
send
to
them to
see
me.
them. I know. I'm like, can you believe this?
I'm like,
I have international friends. I just, they must think I need to see them enough.
well, it's
So,
proof.
well,
It's proof.
I think it was funny. But I think
There's
that, yeah, proof. Yeah, that what you do in your own business is your own business. I think the lesson here is when you drop off a laptop for repairs, go pick it up. That's the lesson.
very much so. He did it to himself. Now, is that his karmic lesson?
Mm, I don't know.
His
I
dad?
think that
I mean, who knows what?
I would like to see the generational line. It's almost like a Kennedy line. Of course, they're generational curses. I don't like the word curse. There are, he's lost two children.
Yeah, and that's too bad.
Um,
It really is.
oh, it's devastating. And a wife in a car accident.
Yeah,
I would like to see I would like to see the generational line. Um, because you can sometimes find that if you go back. The Kennedy curse is huge. They have a big one. Look at all the people that have either been assassinated or passed away. So on the male side,
yeah.
generational curses are very interesting. It's in the Bible. Um, you know, it would be interesting to look at his family. They
It would
all
be.
have drug issues. Um, addiction issues, the sister,
Hmm.
the brother.
Yeah. So what kind of trauma did they go through as children?
Or what was passed down. A lot of that stuff can be passed down karmically
Passed
from
down.
past lives.
Absolutely. Absolutely. From parents, from grandparents, who knows? It's not for me to say,
No,
but it would be interesting to find out.
it would be because, when you go back and do your family tree and look for your ancestors, you can find a pattern. Suicides might be prevalent back there, and that
Mhm.
person that committed that suicide, you may have that in your karma that you have to deal with in this lifetime to pay for what he karmically did. It comes down in lines.
Yeah. Generational curses.
Hmm.
Um, my grandfather on my dad's side was an abusive alcoholic. My dad was a chronic alcoholic without the abuse. So he took one part of that generational curse out. But he'd drink in front of us kids all the time. Um, well, that's something that I removed. Um, you know, to this day, I don't drink around my grandchildren. I don't drink around kids. I don't like it, going to these big 4th of July parties and the parents are all, and the kids are running around and it's like, I'm just gonna have some iced tea. Um, it's just not right. And I think, where he ended part of it and I ended part of it. And I didn't think I ever did until a couple weeks ago. My teammate, my sister, Michelle, we were talking, and I think it was Michelle. Anyway, we were talking, and all this was coming out, and she's like, "No, right there, you did end that generational curse
That's
by
right.
changing that one thing." So by dad changing one thing, that made me change one thing. So maybe me changing one thing will change one thing with my son, and then with his offspring, and eventually maybe that will just go away.
Well, and that's how you think. When you're a child and something traumatic happens to you, as an adult, it's your responsibility to heal that.
Hmm.
You can't do it when you're a child, but take on the responsibility to get help, get counseling, get the
Yeah,
healing that you need so that this doesn't carry forward.
absolutely. Um, Addiction is very prevalent on my dad's side. I was addicted to Mountain Dew. I could not. I tried to quit that stuff, and then all of a sudden one day it's just like that doesn't taste right. That's when I started drinking coffee. I've had maybe 2 Mountain Dews since then. Couldn't drink them.
See?
Um, but I quit trying. That's the thing. I quit trying. I told myself, you know what? When you're ready, you'll quit, and I did. When I'm ready, I'll quit.
Well,
There's been a
and
couple days that I almost did. Um, but one of these days, I'm just going to put them down. I'm done. But it's not that time yet.
well, I think that everybody deals with certain things that are harmful. Of course, those are habits.
Hmm.
And when you look back at suicides, you can look at murders as generational things, habits like addictive personalities.
Hmm.
Um, this is a great time during a full moon to release things like that.
Yes,
Release the generational curses.
absolutely. Hang on. There we go. Okay. I was trying to get a hold of me. I had to let him know I was on the show.
Do what now?
Oh, Howie Odell, he was trying to get a hold of me, so I let him know I was on the show and I'll be off at 8. Oh, so we got 7 people watching. Anybody got any questions, any comments? What do you think
What are
about
they
all
doing on the
this
full
going
moon?
on? Yeah, what you doing? What's your plans? I like to hear about what you guys are doing. I think this full moon is. I think it's going to be beautiful, pretty. I think I'm going to be spending, even though it's going to be cold. I think I'm going to be spending a lot of time out there in the beer garden, picking stuff up and watching people and just letting it hit me and soaking it in. And then I'm just going to reiki it on everybody.
I'm gonna have a blast. I can't wait. We're doing a Zoom tarot party for a party that's going on in Louisville.
Cool.
Ingrid and I are doing the readings via Zoom to the
Nice.
party people. It's going to be a lot of fun. Do
Yeah, that
fun
will be
things
fun.
like that.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
do things that
Excuse me.
make you happy. Do things that make us smile. We have been pounded from I would say February of 2020. We have literally been. We're on overload. We are on literal COVID overload.
Yes, we are. It's like the universe playing whack-a-mole. Every time we start to bring our head up, he's like, boom, boom.
Yeah, it's exhausting. I don't watch it. I look, I pay attention, I do the things I'm supposed to. I
Yeah.
refuse to watch any media outlets anymore whatsoever. I can't.
Yeah, I'm not. I watched the debates. I needed to watch that just for myself, just so I could hear, see. Um, but I don't watch the news. I'll look at articles like from Ben Swan, um, Dan. His last name starts with a B. I can't remember right now. But they when they put news stories out, they get the facts. They do their digging. Um, and especially Ben Swan, he's not biased. If Trump screws up, guess what? He's going to report on it, but he's going to have the facts, black and white. He's got an archive where you can go look at it. Dan Bongino's got the same thing. He's got a link. You can go look at his proof. It's right there. It's right there. So it's not just him telling you something like these news anchors are. He's got the proof right there. You can go look at it. Here it is. And that's what I like.
Well, and I think it's an excuse these days. Nowadays, with the internet, we can look up everything on our own. We can learn divination. We can learn tarot. If you want to
Yes.
learn tarot, go to a site called Biddy Tarot. You can learn. It's
Mm-hmm.
so accessible. You want to learn about the Bible and Bible studies and Egyptology, study divination. It's
I need to
all
look for
at
that.
your fingertips.
Yeah. Renee says she's going to set wrongs right and time to get herself right. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what this whole year has been about, and probably at least half of last year. It's just been set up. One thing after another is being set up. So we got our work done. We got ourselves to where we need to be up here. And that's beautiful. That's awesome.
This is a gigantic karmic year. Gigantic.
Dominoes. And who's standing at the end of it?
Well, there's no easy way to get through karma. I talked to a girl this weekend, and hers was on. I know the spirits are around me. I want to communicate. How do I communicate? It's easy to say how you do it, but it's a personal thing. Don't go to a seminar that says it's going to open your third eye because it won't work. You have to do the work.
Yeah, you have
Process.
to. You have
Yeah,
to. A lot of times, a traumatic event will. Guess what? You're open. Oh my God, I'm here and I'm seeing them. I'm going crazy. No, you're not. You're growing. You got jump started.
but
Um,
you have to dump everything on your mind. I said you have to have a mind dump. You have to let go of, is he going to text me tonight? Did I pay this bill today? You have to learn how to dump your mind.
yeah, you
And
can check the
then
bill thing in the morning. If you're sitting there worrying about somebody texting you, oh, he's not gonna text me. He's not gonna text me. Guess what? He's not gonna text you because you're putting that out to the universe. You say, okay, I'd like some communication with this person, and leave it.
that's
Go
right.
to occupy your mind with something else. That way
Well,
he has his free will to do so.
we are entering into such a spiritual time again, getting out of these outer planets. They're almost into Aquarius, out. They're almost out of Capricorn. When
Yeah.
we hit Aquarius, I mean, the spirituality will explode. Anybody that's in the spiritual field, whether you're a reader, you do divination, you like ghost hunting, it will absolutely explode because people's mind, all of a sudden, the collective, their minds are going to go, poof, there's something out there. I knew
Mhm.
there was something, but then they want to follow it. It's going to happen. It's coming.
Yeah, absolutely. And also with everybody raising their vibration from that, the Earth's resonant has risen so much it's crazy. But that's going to take it even higher. You hear talk about a new Earth. Well, the Mayans talked about the end of civilization in 2012. Stuff started happening back then. The domino effect to get to now. It's a transitional period. At the end of your 26,590 year cycle, you got like a transitional period. So many years where everything starts to change. It stops being this way and it starts being this way. So the end of the world as we know it, like that song says, it's the end of the world as we know it. And I know I can't sing, don't quit my day job. But and that's what's happening. I think things are going to change for the better. I think there's going to be more peace. I'm going to say it. Trump just brokered another peace deal in the Middle East. That's three of those leaders over there want to nominate him for the Nobel Peace Prize. That's three Nobel Peace Prizes he's being nominated for. Um, it's gigantic. It's huge. It's monumental. Nobody ever thought that could happen. Guess what? He got it done. Is it
When
going to
you,
take some work?
yeah,
Absolutely. Is it going to take some getting used to? Absolutely. But if imagine all that war and all that negativity over there going away over time, you know what that's going to do to the collective? It's going to be phenomenal.
when we have peace in the Middle East, we have peace in the world. Um,
Yes.
that's the cradle of civilization. That's
Yes.
where all of the spirituality, I mean, um, when there's peace there, it will just, I saw on social media yesterday at in Washington in front of the monument, thousands of people were praying.
And that right there, praying is a form of meditation. And like I said, on the last show, they have done mass meditations um, where they take like 1,000 people in one spot, or spread out over a few miles, whatever, and they all pray or meditate at the same time for the same amount of time. Transcendental meditation, I think. I'm not good with words, but they physically proved the terrorism acts stopped, crimes stopped. When they stopped their meditations, guess what? Everything picked right back up. It made a difference on the whole big area. They've done this experience or experiment more than once in different places and with the same results every freaking time. Um, and I'm learning why. Greg Braden on Gaia, Missing Links, I believe. Yeah, Missing Links is what the show is called. I've been watching it. They took a photon, little light photon, and they wanted two of them exactly the same, so they split it. Okay, think of like human eggs, twins. Okay, it splits. Guess what? You get two identical. Okay, these two photons were identical in every physical way. They shot them down a fiber optic cable, so they're 14 miles apart. They made changes to one. Guess what happened to the other one at exactly the same time? They had like a nuclear clock they used to measure it. No time lapse. Exactly the same time. Guess what happened? The exact same thing. These two were once linked, shot apart, divided and shot apart. What happens to one happens to the other at the exact same time. That's how, like a mother, if their son's in the, overseas fighting the war, something happens, guess what? They know. He's like, no. And they know. Then they get that knock on the door. They knew. Everything is connected. All of the matter in the universe at one time, scientists believe was in the size of a pea. It was all connected. And then when it blew, all that energy was also, everything's connected. If I take my fist and slam it on my computer right now, it's going to affect something on the other side of the universe. I don't know what. Some alien does the same thing over here. I might get, a bird might poop on my head. I don't know, but something's going to happen. It's everything's connected. There's a web of energy. They call it the Higgs field now because they discovered the Higgs boson, which this field, they've been trying to prove this for years, and they finally did with CERN. This energy field is what everything is allowed to exist in. Space, the planets, us, everything. It is the universe. The Hopi, with the spider grandmother story, she weaves the web of life. This is like a web. Many tribes, indigenous tribes, and whatnot, from different parts of the world have the same story. They knew, but scientists are now proving it, and it's phenomenal. It's really got me psyched. I want to learn more. I went off on a tangent. Sorry.
You're all right. Your tangents are interesting. I like them. They're interesting. I think this is a year, especially this weekend. If we've made it through October, and then we've got Mercury retrograde, we get it right up through um, mid-November. That new moon in November is perfect for starting new projects, getting things going, fresh start, new energy. We're gonna make it. We're gonna
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah, hold off on the new projects till after, like you said, after Mercury retrograde ends, and then you got like a 2 week shadow period. So be a little cautious there. It's going to take a couple weeks for that energy to wear off. But yeah, like she said, once that happens, that's a good time to start new things, new contracts, new jobs, this, that, the other thing. That's the time. Plus, Mercury's going to be in Libra, correct?
It will be in Scorpio then.
I thought it moved out.
It's
Okay.
in retrograde.
Okay, but once it goes out of retrograde, it's going to be moving into Libra, correct?
Scorpio, I believe.
Yeah.
Back to Scorpio.
Well, it's in Scorpio now.
And then it's going to go back to Libra, and then it'll go forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But Libra, that's when that balance is going to happen.
Yes.
That's one thing I'm looking forward to is that balance. I think that's going to open some things up for me, I hope.
Well, I think you're going to get shocked this weekend. You're going to have a lot of things we're going to open up that are supposed to this weekend. That's what this
Yeah.
moon is about. It's huge.
Well,
Lots of opening.
I definitely shocked the city of Wymore.
Why?
I resigned my city council position. I resigned my seat on city council.
Okay, but you wanted to do that.
I've been wanting to. I've been trying to hold off until my second term was done. There's enough going on in the background that I can't talk about. Nope, I'm done. You deal with that yourself. You made that mess. You deal with it.
Well, this is a good door to shut. This is a good, and then
Yeah,
something new will come out.
exactly.
And
When I first got on city council, I had so many plans and ideas for the city, for the betterment of it. Small town, 1,680 people. But I was a different person back then. I had some other kind of entity inside me at the same time. That's gone now, almost 3 years. I've changed. I'm no longer that same person. I'm not cut out for that. I'm not anymore. Not anymore. I can't do it. So I close that door. Now I'll wait for the other one to open, and it will eventually.
I'm
I'll have
sure
another
it
movie.
will.
I'm hoping it opens into maybe the television and film scene. Hollywood movies. Who knows? Wouldn't that be a trip? I do have some connections though. Hmm.
If you want it to happen, it will. Put it out there. If that's what you really want, that's where your heart is, do it.
I am. I've been thinking a lot. I really have been. I'd be an awesome extra. As a biker dude in a movie. Um, you know, I got a decent voice. I could do commercials, voiceovers, what have you. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
You just got to put it out there and see what's in front of you. See what's coming.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Well, girl, it is 7:57. I know you got to get off and get your stuff done so you can get to bed and get to work early in the morning.
That's
And
right.
I got some people I got to get a hold of myself. So thank you so much for everybody tuning in. Hope what we discussed helped you a little bit. I know it always does me. Hearing myself speak, hearing Joni speak, that helps stick everything. Um, Normally, a lot of stuff, these thoughts, they just go, but doing this, it helps it stick. So thank you. Um, so y'all have a good couple weeks. We will see you here in a couple weeks, same bat time, same bat channel.
I'll
And
be after the election.
yes, we're gonna have a
Have a
lot to talk
great
about.
week.
We're gonna have a lot to talk about after that one. All right. See you guys later.